guys, it's Tony back again with another video. So today's video is going to be a little bit more serious, but not really. But today I'm going to tell you guys how to heal from a heartbreak or a broken heart. And a lot of people go about dealing with heartbreaks differently. You know, some people try to numb it out. Some people use alcohol, weed, whatever it is, just to forget it. Some people actually feel it and go through the process and go on that journey. And I'm one of those people that actually did that. And it doesn't have to be just heartbreak from a significant other. It could be heartbreak from your mom, heartbreak from your dad. Whatever it is, it still affects you deeply. And I'm here to teach you, or just to give you a guide on how to, feel better inside and heal. All right, so first things first, right? You got to realize that, you are hurt. You are affected, depressed, you can't get out of bed. And, that's the first step, is acknowledging the fact that your heart is broken, acknowledging the fact that this is something you got to fix, because you can't change a person, or a person can't change until they acknowledge their wrongs. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of this process. I'm going to just speak from my experience. So, I've had my heart broken, and it was like one of those things where it was just like, okay, like, I understand, like, I've had my heart hurt before, like, I've had my feelings hurt before, but this heartbreak was one of those feelings that it felt like torture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't stop crying every day. Honestly, never felt this way before. It was like crazy. It felt like, when you can feel like your heart is actually breaking, and not to be dramatic, but it was that type of feeling. It was like, oh my God, like, I'm about to have a heart attack. And it was like one of those things where days I wanted to throw up, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you have to feel. All that, like, nasty, like, toxic energy that you're feeling, and all that pain and all that anger and all that hurt, you have to feel that shit. Don't try to numb it out, right? Don't try to kiki and be a thought with your friends and fuck this one and this one and this one, because that is not going to work. All you're doing is inviting other energies on top of whatever energy you have on yourself. What you got to do is separate yourself. Even if you have to take a whole week just to, like, figure out what you're feeling, feel those emotions. Don't try to run away from them, because guarantee you it will never go away until you address it. So address the issue, and then we can move on to the next step. Now, let's say, you are dealing with a significant other, for example, and you guys break up or have a fight, whatever the case might be, and you guys stop talking to each other, right? Listen, don't try to run this person down. Don't try to, like, think, oh, because I'm lonely right now, I have to talk to that person. They're the only ones that can make me better. If they're the ones that hurt you and show no remorse, not even an apology, then you have to separate yourself from that person. Because at this point now, it's time to take back that control, take back your power, right? And put that within yourself. It's time to love yourself all over again. You know what I'm saying? And some people might be like, well, I already love myself. Listen, when you go through something tragic or traumatic or whatever the case might be, you have to take a second, you have to take a minute just to, like, re-love yourself again. If you have to block that person out your life, block them off all social medias, do what it takes for yourself. It's not about the other person, it's about you right now. That person made their bed, and now that person has to lie in it, just like how you made your bed and you have to lie in it. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Okay. So after acknowledging your wrongs and facing your issues head on, it's time to now relax. It's time to now do the things that you love. Like, if you love painting, paint. If, like, your passions, find out what your passions are and start doing it. You know what I'm saying? Start investing in yourself. If you want to hang out with your friends, go out for a drink, whatever, do that. It's time to start putting yourself back out there. So after you, like, took time to just, like, figure out your emotions and figure out what's bothering you and what's the issues, and then addressing that, and like and cutting off whoever you need to cut off. It's time to now like go out there and do your thing, have fun, you know what I'm saying, laugh, enjoy yourself. Like, and in the beginning it just seems like it's so hard to do because you're so sad, you're crying, but let me tell you, you have to give yourself that time to cry. Even if it's 3 days, 4 days, let it all out, release it into the universe, release it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you hold it in, it's not going to be good for you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to keep carrying it on to say, for instance, you try to date somebody else. You're just going to carry that baggage into the next relationship or the next friendship or whatever, like, or to even with yourself. So it's just like the sooner you accept that this is how I feel, this is what was done to me, this is why my heart is broken, how am I going to take the next step forward? The mission, the goal is to keep moving forward. You can't keep going back to the past. If you're going to go back to the past for a minute, think about it, and then let it go. Let it go. That's the main thing, is to let it go. Don't hold on so tightly. Whatever you hold on so tightly to will always reject you. Like, I'm telling you from experience. So you got to let things go, and whatever's meant for you will always come back, will always be for you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so what I did was, I remember like I was like on the couch, just like sad every day. But it was to the point where my friends used to think like something was literally wrong with me. Like, they'll invite me out and I didn't want to go outside. But I felt like at that time, looking back, I needed to do that. You know what I'm saying? As much as it looked crazy to everybody else, I needed that time for myself. And yeah, I was still going to work. Yeah, I was still pushing through. But I was still so like affected and so like hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I would like just, on my days off, I would just lay there and just like listen to music and write songs. I write songs, by the way, if you guys didn't know. I write songs. So I would write songs, I would record them on my phone, and did things like that was like therapeutic for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is different. Everybody is different. Some people might want to talk to somebody, a therapist, a friend, and like vent it all out. At the time, like, you know, I didn't really, like, I had friends to talk to, but I never really wanted to like overbear them with my issues and my feelings all the time, because I know that sometimes that could be annoying. You know what I'm saying? So I would always just write songs, like record them, listen to it back, and hear exactly what I'm actually feeling. And then it was to a point where, okay, like as the days went on, it got less and less painful. Then there were days where it just hit me all at once and I'm back at square one. You know what I'm saying? So the process and the journey is not going to be 1, 2, 3 quick. It's not going to be so easy. You know what I'm saying? You have to be patient. You have to give your heart, your mind, you have to give that all time. You know what I'm saying? And trust in God and the universe that in due time it will get easier. You will feel better. You know what I'm saying? I used to think that, oh my God, like, I'm going to feel this way for, how long am I going to feel this way for? Like, how long can I take this? You know what I'm saying? I used to just get so aggravated, and that just put me back into that spiral. So it's just like I'm talking all this negativity and it just hit me right back. You got to understand, people, whatever you talk out into the universe, think, whatever you feel, whatever energy you put out into the universe, is going to manifest into your reality. So if you're like, oh,
I'm gonna always feel like this person's gonna never love me, like, what do I do to deserve this, whatever
it is that you tell, the stories that you can constantly tell yourself, the negative stories that you constantly tell yourself, those are the stories that are going to manifest into your reality. So it's just like you got to try to find a way to talk to yourself in a more positive manner. You know what I'm saying? So once I realized, like, yo, I'm like literally like being my own bully, you know what I'm saying? I started to like do things on a daily basis to like just help myself, like tell myself that I'm beautiful, tell myself that I'm strong, that I'm going to make it through, that with God, I'm going to do anything that I can. You know what I'm saying? So as the days went on, months went on, like literally this heartbreak that I'm talking about, my own experience, it was in 2018, I believe in July. July or June. And like, oh my God, like July, August, September were the most terrible months for me. Like I felt like I was going through like torture. Like I don't know what other way to describe it. It felt like torture, and nobody around me really understood what I was really feeling. Only you feel what you're feeling, and only you know how to make yourself better. I'm telling you, you cannot look into another person for that happiness, for that, like for them to fill that void. It's not gonna work. Trust me, it's not gonna work. Because that's what I used to do. That's what I used to do. Whenever someone hurt me, I would just be like, all right, bye, block, next, jump to the next. But still, like, it's still with me. You know, I'm still carrying the feelings and the hurt and all that. I'm just numbing them. So now I feel like with this heartbreak and everything that I've been through in my past, plus this, it was like the cherry on the top. So I literally just exploded. And it was like divine timing for all this to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, boom, bitch, now deal with all your shit. Now deal with it. Face it. Face your demons. And that's what the fuck I had to do. I felt like I was forced. It was not in my control anymore. The universe was sick of my shit. It was like, you know what? Here's a spoonful of all your shit that you didn't deal with. Now drink it, bitch. Seriously. So that's what you literally have to do. Drink your own fucking poison. No, I'm playing. Don't drink poison, people. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? So after that, like, you know, I realized that, okay, things were starting to like be better. You know, I found a good job. I got my own place. Things were starting to align itself and just be better. You know what I'm saying? But my problem was, which I hope that you guys don't follow my footsteps, is that I didn't completely learn my lesson. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you love someone, you know, you hope that they can change. You hope that, okay, yeah, they broke my heart before, but maybe they can realize that what they did was wrong and they can make it better. Maybe this person can make my heart better. No. All I did was kept repeating the same cycle over and over and over again with the same person over and over again. And you know what that is? The definition of insanity. That's what that is. You're gonna get the same result over and over again if there's no freaking change at all. And that was my issue. So if you ever find yourself in that toxic cycle, in where you feel like you're stuck, you're not stuck. It's only in your head. It's only in your actions. You have the power to change it. You know what I'm saying? And for a second, like, I let love, and trust me, love is a powerful thing. You know what I'm saying? Love is a beautiful thing. But when it's not being reciprocated, when it's unrequited love, it's to the point where it's just like, it's you guys are not on the same level anymore. It's not balanced anymore. So it's like someone is going to be left unsatisfied all the time because it's not equal. We don't love each other on the same wavelength. You don't
even love me.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, once you find yourself going back to what hurt you, what broke you, it's time to realize that, okay, sit back, especially if it keeps happening, if your heart just keeps being broken over and over again because you're inviting the same person who broke your heart to hurt you over and over again. You got to come to a point where you sit back and you realize, like, okay, this is not working. This is not working for me. Because at the end of the day, you are number one. You are your own priority. So if you're hurting, it's going to be okay. So it's just like, I had to take a step back and realize, like, okay, I love this person, but I love myself 10 times more. So the way to prove that I love myself 10 times more is to choose me and let that person go. Because all I kept doing was reopening that same wound that I was trying to heal. Anybody that's been in my shoes and felt what I felt, and you have to realize, like, okay, I have to take a step back. As much as I love this person, they gotta realize that I deserve much better. But I have to realize that I deserve 10 times better. That person deal with their own shit and realize what the fuck they did. Has a dark and a light within themselves. Some people are so damaged from their upbringing that they just only know the dark. They only know the dark. And some people are brought into other people's life to teach them that there is a lighter side at life. You know, it's two people come together to teach each other like a lesson. You know what I'm saying? That there is light at the end of the tunnel. That's whether or not the other person wants to receive that and see that and change. You have to get rid of anything that does not serve your highest good, even if you love it, even if you treasure it. You have to let it go and realize that you matter. At the end of the day, you were born alone and you're gonna die alone. You know what I'm saying? So you have to live your life and be happy and love yourself and do things for yourself. Take care of your health. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a business, start your business, start your dreams, start your goals, and don't depend on a person to make you happy. Don't depend on a person to heal your heart. You have to do that. You have to go through the trials and tribulations to get to the light. And trust me, people, I was in a dark, dark space. You know what I'm saying? I aligned myself to a dark individual. But the more you let go, the more you release, the more you accept yourself for who you are. And actually, I feel like as human beings, we all have to do this. We have to recognize our own toxic traits. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I had to realize too, because when I was in that dark space, I was realizing that I was getting into a lot of arguments with the people that I love. And I was like,
It's you, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. No, bitch, it's you.
sometimes it can be you. You know what I'm saying? And once I had to really go in and be like, you know what? I don't like that I get mad for no reason and I get sensitive over things. And I had to realize, okay, I have issues too. You know, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? You can't just always point the blame at everybody else. Sometimes you got to point that finger to yourself and look in the mirror and realize that sometimes you are the problem. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not the other person. But when you do realize that, it's time to just change those things on a daily basis, because it's become a habit that you've just accustomed yourself to. So it's just like I had to realize, okay, there are some nasty traits about myself that I don't like, and it's time to just let that go. Yo, I feel like I'm a preacher right now. Now I'm playing this. Everything that I'm saying, guys, is based on my own experience. You know what I'm saying? We are all human at the end of the day. As much as people like to play tough, and especially men, which I feel bad because a lot of men feel like, you know, they got to be the man. They can't be vulnerable. They can't be sensitive. They can't do none of that. We are all humans. These are traits that are already with us. You know what I'm saying? As much as you try to mask it, you know, everybody wears a mask here and there in life. Exactly why I actually made a YouTube, so that I could talk about things like this, things that people are afraid to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to talk about it. You know, I actually went through what I would call a spiritual journey, and I'm still on that spiritual journey. Because that's when I discovered tarot cards and healing stones and stuff like that. Like, I went through this whole like awakening journey. I would say, like, you know, we all have that within us, you know what I'm saying? But some people are so like far in the dark that they can't see it, you know what I'm saying? We all have a higher self, and it's time that we all realize what and acknowledge what our higher self is, because that's the start to a wonderful, healing, just amazing journey, you know what I'm saying? So I know I rambled a lot in this video, and I hope that I made my point. You know, my point is to, when you're dealing with a heartbreak, most importantly, you have to realize that it's time to let go of the things that don't serve you anymore. And even if you have to cry for a couple days, you know, cry. Just don't carry it with you forever. You got to find that moment and that time and release it and let it go, and ask God and ask your angels to align you with positive energy. You really got to pray. You really have to pray, and you really have to ask God to just bring you blessings. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, you got to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Have a good heart. Don't treat people how you wouldn't want to be treated. Treat people how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because I'm not. I still go through hard times. You know, I'm in a better spot than I was last year, July. I was like, I was to a point where I couldn't even sit and do a video like this without crying. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I would talk about the heartbreak or my emotions, I start fucking crying. So the fact that I could sit here, talk to you guys about this and have a big smile on my face, it shows you that I can get over a heartbreak, and not only I can heal, you guys can too. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important that we teach each other that, you know, nobody is alone in this. Everybody goes through heartbreak. Everybody goes through pain. I be seeing on my social media, you know, people acting like they don't have feelings. People acting like they don't care about stuff. But the gag is they're just wearing a mask. And that's what social media is sometimes. It's a big old mask for the whole generation to act like this and act like that. But dub. Crazy because love is so powerful, and if people just believed in it, they will see how amazing and how different the world will be. But everybody is not the same, you know, and people go through their own challenges, people go through their own journey, and that's okay. But I'm here just to tell you guys that if I could do it, you guys could do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not completely healed. I feel like every day you're healing. Every day you're healing something. You know what I'm saying? And that's if you want to. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope that I helped somebody out there or someone related to this video. You know, it's not easy, and you don't get over heartbreak just like this. You don't heal just like this. It's a journey. It's a process, and you got to give it time and patience. I'm telling you, those are the two key things with this whole thing is patience, and you got to give it time. And know that the universe has your back, but only if you want it. Okay? Remember what I said, whatever you speak out into existence will manifest into your world. So speak love, speak positivity. Forgive those who hurt you. What did God say? Forgive those who trespass against us. Forgive those who hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Not for them, but for yourself. And with doing that energy, it goes out there into the world, into the universe, and may touch that person, and you wouldn't even know. It may touch that person and make that person realize their wrongs, help that person to get their shit together. You know what I'm saying? And don't give up on love, people, just because you have your heart broken. Love is a beautiful thing. I've had people tell me they don't believe in love. It's just a fairy tale. It's real. It's real, and I don't get that. You should always believe in love, because that's what we're missing. That's the key ingredient to making this world a better place. It's love. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like my hair because I'm feeling myself. No, I'm playing. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I love you. Mwah. And have a blessed day.